The New York police statement on the attack on Rushdie. What we experienced at Chautauqua today is an incident unlike anything in our nearly 150 years of history. We are in the process of obtaining search warrants. There was a bag and some electronic devices on the spot. We are at a very early stage of the investigation. Members of the FBI are helping us with the investigation. So this is the statement that's come in from the New York police. Now we know that Rushdie was at a New York event, which is where he was attacked. The police apprehended the attacker. We found out that he's Hadi Matar, and let's listen in.
Mr. Rushdie was airlifted to a local trauma center and is still currently undergoing surgery. Mr. Reese was transported via ambulance to a local hospital and was treated for a facial injury and subsequently released. The state police are being assisted by the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office and the FBI in this investigation. We are also working with Chautauqua County DA Jason Schmidt, who will determine appropriate charges as the investigation continues and once we receive further information regarding the condition of Mr. Rushdie.
Going back to Abhishek Jha for more details. Abhishek, we just listened in to what the New York Police Department had to say. They've said they're in touch with the FBI. Of course, there are many speculations already on social media that this could be linked to that 30-year-old fatwa which was issued on Salman Rushdie. There are also concerns that with growing extremism in the world, this was perhaps a juggernaut that was difficult to stop. But apart from these initial identification of the attacker, little is known, Abhishek, about who he was or the motive behind this attack.
Clearly, it looks like the agencies would first like to have the information, the motive behind this attack, because that helps to understand why this attack happened, who all were behind this attack, whether this attack was just a lone wolf kind of attack or some organized, the setup was behind this whole operation. So far, there has not been any details that has been divulged to media. And we know that this person who has attacked Salman Rushdie is 25 years old and he just stormed into this event. He actually had got a pass also of that event, that military event. And he goes on the stage, he attacks Salman Rushdie. And in the modus operandi of this whole thing looks like he was very mindful of the way he would attack Salman Rushdie. The first wound was on his neck, second was on his abdomen. In between also he punched him. So it was clearly a well-planned attack where he wanted to kill him. And where did he all get this motivation? This is something that FBI or the other agencies that are investigating the case are trying to establish, that if it was just this person who went mad, berserk, or had some grudge against Salman Rushdie for some unknown reason, it was just his doing, or there were other people behind it also. Because the fatwa which was issued against Salman Rushdie, and that still remains there. In fact, in the recent past, when Salman Rushdie became very calm and comfortable with his public life, and he did not have much of this threat on his life, he, in a very jest, he said that probably nobody is interested in taking that bounty of 3 million and 3 million plus something that was announced by the Islamic radicals from Iran. But now we know that even after so many years, the threat on his life had not totally been gone, and he was clearly on target, and probably people waited for a very long time, and he becomes very comfortable. And the agencies in and around him, the security personnel that actually try to keep such celebrated author or person of such celebrated stature, tries to protect him. They were also very much relaxed, and they did not see any threat coming from anywhere. And this was probably the time when he was most vulnerable, and he got attacked with this fatal injuries.
All right. Abhishek, we'll come back as and when we have more updates. But for now, we have celebrated author Salman Rushdie there in a critical condition. He is currently on ventilator.